Muletrain! Ha ha! Muletrain!
And it is time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Wednesday, June the 24th, 2015. Brought to you today by the First Bank along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant.
Everybody wants to know about Muleshoe's most famous citizen. No, it's not our National Mule Memorial Statue, Old Pete. It's Lincoln Riley. Reporters from the Oklahoma City's newspaper are in Muleshoe interviewing local people about Lincoln Riley, who grew up right here in Muleshoe. Of course, Lincoln is the new offensive coordinator for the OU Sooners, and he is the son of Mike and Marilyn Riley and the grandson of Claude and Evelyn Riley, all of Muleshoe. And we're so proud of this young man, Lincoln Riley, a hometown product indeed, a MHS graduate. The high in Muleshoe was 87 and the low was 57 on Tuesday, and Wednesday morning at 7 o'clock it was 57 degrees here in Muleshoe. And 5 area telephone West Plains Telecommunications brings you the weather forecast for Muleshoe, Sudan, Amherst, Earth, and our entire vicinity.
5 area telephone West Plains Telecommunications, located right here in Muleshoe, 302 Uvalde Street. Call them 806-272-5533. They offer phone and internet. Check them out online at www.5area.com. Looking at the weather forecast for the Muleshoe area, sunny today on Wednesday, high near 86 degrees, south winds around 15 miles per hour, partly cloudy tonight with a low around 63, south winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny, high near 90 degrees, south-southwest winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour. So we continue the same pattern we've had all this week with sunny days and a little bit windy afternoons. Then Thursday night, our weather forecasts will change with a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low around 66. South-southwest winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour Thursday evening. Friday, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms for the Muleshoe area. Mostly sunny, high near 90. Southwest winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour, becoming east in the afternoon. Friday night, a 30% chance of rain. Mostly cloudy, low around 65. Saturday, cooler with a high only around 84 degrees as the day will be partly sunny. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms during the day on Saturday. East winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Saturday night, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low around 64. Then Sunday, another cooler day with a partly sunny afternoon, high near 84 degrees. A slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, south winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Then Sunday evening, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms again, mostly cloudy, low around 64. So beginning Thursday night, we start having rain chances in the forecast, and then over the weekend, the high temperatures during the day will cool off from what it's been during the week so far. 5 area telephone West Plains Telecommunications has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast.
Here's something really interesting right here in our neighboring town of Lubbock. On the Texas Tech campus, there is the Southwest Collection. And here is one of the lesser-known items that you will find in the Southwest Collection. They call it the Comanche Treaty, which in reality is a letter or a message from the Republic of Texas President Sam Houston to the Comanche chiefs, requesting their alliance in efforts against Mexico immediately following the Texas Revolution. Houston invited the Comanche chiefs to come to Columbia Texas. That time was the capital of Texas. When the grass rises in the spring, the letter states. This letter was dated December the 3rd, 1836, just a handful of months after the Texas Revolution. And this was brought to our attention by Austin Allison, who was reared here in Muleshoe when he was a little boy, the son of Nancy and Jim Allison, now of Lubbock. And of course, Austin is the grandson of Gene Allison, a former longtime resident of Muleshoe, and his grandfather was the late Harold Allison. Isn't that interesting? I find that most interesting. And we are delighted to report that Coach Carrie Suddeth in Covenant Medical Center in Lubbock is doing so much better, and they are anticipating that he will be coming home from the hospital on Thursday. So that's a prayer of thanksgiving for Coach Suddeth and his family also. And more good reports from Lubbock hospitals. Kelly Lawrence had successful surgery on her heart on Monday, and that was in Covenant Lakeside Women and Children's Hospital. Little Kelly is a Mary DeShazo Elementary School student, and she lives here in Muleshoe with her grandmother, Bernie Martz. And the doctors report that she is doing so well that she may be coming home in 3 days instead of 5 days after her surgery. Another prayer of thanksgiving for young Kelly Lawrence. And at the First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe through Thursday, their Vacation Bible School continues. And on Wednesday, they had 175 children attend. And on Tuesday, 188 children enjoyed Vacation Bible School going on every morning this week, 9 until noon, at the First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe. And they're having so much fun learning about the journey off the map, unknown to us, but known to God. This is for 4-year-olds through those who have completed the 5th grade at 220 West Avenue E, First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe. There's nothing better than children and Vacation Bible School and summertime fun and learning about the love of Jesus Christ. And now we want you to stay tuned and learn more about the 4th of July celebration in Muleshoe that will be doubled this year because we'll be celebrating the National Mule Memorial's 50th anniversary too. Stay tuned.
Get your School Spirit MasterCard debit card now available at the First Bank right here in Muleshoe for the Muleshoe Mules, Dimmitt Bobcats, or Bovina Mustangs. Go by 202 South 1st Street, 806-272-4515. The School Spirit MasterCard debit cards available now at the First Bank for the Muleshoe Mules, Dimmitt Bobcats, or Bovina Mustangs. The First Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Williams General Store here in Muleshoe, 1405 West American Boulevard, where their huge July 4th 10 event will go on July 2nd and 3rd from 9 a.m. till 7 p.m. and Saturday, July the 4th from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. Firecracker sales under the tent. Every shoe marked 15 to 50% off that is under the tent. They'll be carrying Nike, New Balance, Keen, Work Boots, Nakona, Justin Boot, Durango, Tony Lama, all for their 4th of July tent sale. Shop in the Cool for 15% off savings in store, all regular price items. They'll be marking down dress boots, hats, Huey, Hurley, Sniper, Pig Fox, sandals like their Sanooks, Chacos, Rock Springs, and Corky, all their jewelry, home decor, women's clothing, and much, much more, all marked down 15% in the store. That's going on July 2nd and 3rd, 9 a.m. till 7 p.m. and Saturday, July 4th, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Williams General Store and their huge July 4th tent sale.
All friends of Buck Johnson are invited to his home here in Muleshoe at 218 West 18th Street on the evening of Friday, July the 3rd, to celebrate Buck's 80th birthday. A big, happy birthday to you, Buck Johnson. And you are invited to come and go between the hours of 6 and 8, Carolyn says. Please, no gifts. A basket will be provided to hold cards or notes or written memories to go in a memory book. That's on Friday evening, July the 3rd, 6 to 8, at Buck Johnson's residence at 218 West 18th Street. Come by and wish Buck a happy 80th birthday. Well, it's talking about birthdays. The National Mule Memorial will celebrate 50 years of standing straight and tall right here in Muleshoe. And I just happened to run across an article for the Muletrain News that 50 years ago, Carol Pouncey, who then was working for the Amarillo Chamber of Commerce, but formerly had worked here in Muleshoe for the Muleshoe Chamber of Commerce, and he wrote this story. Now, Carol Pouncey actually came to Muleshoe and worked first at the Muleshoe Journal, and that was actually Carol Pouncey's journalistic beginning in Muleshoe. Carol writes, of all the celebrations scheduled throughout our nation this Independence Day, one of the most unusual will be held in Muleshoe, Texas. A 4-day affair, the highlight of which is the formal unveiling of the National Mule Memorial at the intersection of U.S. Highway 70 and 84 and State Highway 214. Muleshoe's celebration will also include a buffalo barbecue. Now remember, this is 50 years ago. The memorial to all mules everywhere, pioneers and contemporary mules, is a full-size replica of a real-life Muleshoe mule named Pete, standing 15 hands high, that's 5 feet 4 inches, atop a sculptured base of Arkansas stone. The mule will stand viewing passerbys, reminding them of the role all mules played in the history of the USA. Because the mule did occupy such a vital place in both peacetime farming and industrial pursuits, as well as serving his country faithfully and well in all its wars, the memorial became a reality after 4 years of efforts. Now, we'll be reading more of this story by Carol Pouncey, written 50 years ago. My father wrote at the top, "Save for the Muletrain News for 1971. I don't know why. That would have been 6 years after the Mule Memorial was unveiled, because it was July the 3rd, 1965, the unveiling of the Mule Memorial. The reason on July the 3rd, well, on the 4th, it was a Sunday, and in those days, you seldom had anything but church celebrations on a Sunday. But to celebrate this year, the 50th anniversary of Old Pete, there will be a parade down Main Street Muleshoe, just like there was a parade on the year of the unveiling. And some of the entries that have made it known to the Chamber of Commerce that they will be there include Spartan, Renee and Tommy Sexton will have go-karts and dune buggies. Donald Phelps will drive his 1946 tractor down Main Street. The Muleshoe Youth Basketball and the Muleshoe Housing Authority will enter, and the Sonic, Godinez Spraying, and K&K Pharmacy, the Jeep Club, and Mark Allen will also have entries. And if you would like to have an entry, what you need to do right now is call the Muleshoe Chamber of Commerce between 9 and 3 weekdays to enter. They really would like to know in advance who will have an entry in the parade. And that number to call is 806-272-4248. Anna is there at the chamber office to take your entries now during the weekdays. And they want you to enter by next Monday, if at all possible. Now, some of the other entries will be the Muleshoe High School graduating class of 1952. The Muleshoe Girl Scouts will have a float. There will be Midwestern Finance and United Pharmacy, Lowe's Marketplace, and the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center, all entered in the Muleshoe Parade as of Wednesday morning. But they want you, your churches, your organizations, your businesses, your civic groups in Muleshoe to have entries in the Chamber of Commerce 4th of July Parade. You line up on the south end of Main Street at 9 o'clock. That's down by the old Boy Scout grounds. And then the parade will move up Main Street and back down South 1st Street at 10 o'clock that morning. Now, all day there will be flag football that Jesus Tovar is sponsoring in the new city park. There will also be a carnival set up sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce in the new city park. There will be all day a softball tournament, and you can call Rudy Perez to enter. 806-729-2100. After the parade, there will be a hot dog eating contest on the courthouse square. They will have a birthday party for old Pete, and there will be a lot of vendors in the new city park during the day and the evening too. And if you would like to be a vendor, you also need to call Anna Aguirre, the chamber secretary, at 806-272-4248, weekdays 9 to 3, and she will take your entry as a vendor at the new city park. You know, when it's good and dark in that city park, the Muleshoe Volunteer Fire Department will set off a giant fireworks display. And I've had people from all over tell me, for a town of 5,000, we have the best fireworks display that our Muleshoe Chamber of Commerce members provide. It's a way for the merchants of Muleshoe to thank you for shopping at home in Muleshoe all year long. Also, during this 4th of July celebration in Muleshoe, everyone who's come to Muleshoe to go to school over all these many, many years since 1924, invited to come to the all-school reunion. Now, at the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center on Main Street and Avenue D in downtown Muleshoe, starting on the morning of the 4th, which, by the way, this year is Saturday, at 8:30, they'll register. And if you have already pre-registered, you can pick up your meal tickets there. You pre-register by sending $20 to the Muleshoe Ex-Students Association, Box 100, Muleshoe 79347 now, right now. And you need to do that immediately because they're going to raise the registration fee to $30 per person. This will include your Saturday night meal ticket. You can get your meal tickets and pick up your registration there at the Oneida Wagnon Center and visit with other exes. At 5 o'clock that evening, they'll open the Muleshoe Civic Center, and there'll be a lot of visiting, and the dinner will be served at 7. In the afternoon, the Muleshoe High School will also be open, and tours will be conducted by Dr. Gene Sheets. At noon, at the Oneida Wagnon Senior Citizen Center, they're going to serve a barbecue meal, and it's $10 per plate for the public, and it'll be barbecue and all the trimmings. And they also will be drawing for Michelin tires, 4 Michelin tires. You do not need to be present to win the Michelin tires. And at 3 o'clock on the afternoon of the 4th, there will be bull riding, miniature bull riding, and mutton busting at the Dusty Roads Arena. That's at the east edge of Muleshoe, just off of U.S. Highway 84. And that's 3 o'clock Saturday, the 4th of July. It's a good day to be in Muleshoe, and it's a good day to celebrate America's freedom and the 50th anniversary of the National Mule Memorial Statue. The Muleshoe Volunteer Fire Department will play water polo at 8th and Avenue F, and that is right down there by the radio station building. And you need to be at home in Muleshoe, and you need to invite your family and friends to join you for a grand 4th of July in Muleshoe this year.
John and Melissa J. have a new baby daughter born this Wednesday morning in Lubbock, weighing 7 pounds. This is Melissa and John's second daughter. She has a big sister, 2.5-year-old JC. Grandparents are here in Muleshoe right now, Benji and Donna J. Mother and baby are both doing fine. Of course, keep Benji and Donna J. on your prayer list as they are going to move, and Benji's going to be on the staff with Coach Bird down at Crane ISD. But Coach and Mrs. John J. have a new baby daughter born Wednesday morning in Lubbock, weighing 7 pounds, and everyone is healthy. So a prayer of thanksgiving.
In our bargain basement, we have for sale a Maytag washing machine and a Frigidaire dryer. The total for both of those appliances, $100. Call Carol Kinnemer, 806-272-5489. Need to hire someone with a tractor shredder to mow 7 acres of grass out at the old Cox Drive-In Theater at the edge of Muleshoe on 214 North. Call Shelley Sane Thornton at 806-433-4738 or send her a message on Facebook, Shelley Thornton. She needs to hire someone who can mow with a tractor shredder. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just one moment. Please stay tuned.
Chips are delicious. Have you been wasting time looking for a good meal? Well, go to Leal's Mexican Restaurant in Muleshoe at 1010 West American Boulevard and try the Irma's Special. If you are under 12, try the grilled cheese. You know Liao's in Muleshoe is the original Liao's Mexican restaurant. I highly recommend it. 5 generations of our family have eaten at Liao's. What did you say, Isla? Chips are delicious.
The swing bed program available now at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center, 708 South 1st Street for the patient who is no longer in need of acute medical care but is not yet comfortable functioning independently at home. Go by 708 South 1st Street or call for more information today, 806-272-4524. The swing bed program now available at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. If you're following along with us on Twitter or our Facebook page, you know that yesterday we sent out a message that 5 years ago, yesterday on Tuesday, the Ace of Cakes program was here in Muleshoe filming an episode for their upcoming season. This was on June the 23rd, 2010. Chef Duff Goldman, who is was the star of that program, it has since been canceled on the Food Network. Ace of Cakes, he presented his cake to then Muleshoe Police Chief Brian Frieda. Of course, Brian Frieda has moved down south and is a police chief south of Lubbock. And the program was canceled a few years ago on the Food Network, but we filmed that cake presentation and we are going to put it in our rotation here on Reach Broadband Channel 6. And if you didn't see it and followed us on Facebook or Twitter, you can find it on Tuesday when we shared it. But enjoy that in the rotation today on Reach Broadband Channel 6. We were talking to Curtis Shelburne recently, earlier in the week, and he had just returned from Nashville, Tennessee, where he recorded his new albums, did the vocals, and they were putting the instrumental tracks down all last week in Nashville at a recording studio there. It's going to be some American standards from the 20s and 30s and should be great. I was listening to some of the instrumental tracks and it was absolutely beautiful music, so look for that coming out in the near future as Curtis is working on the cover art and is getting mastered and produced in Nashville, Tennessee.
Every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock at the Catholic Church, there is a men's fellowship meeting for all men in our community and area. This group is open to Catholic and non-Catholic men. Contact Ramon Martinez at 806-518-8949 for more information about the men's fellowship meeting. Their vision is, we are committed men, principally Catholic, who recognize our need for God's help. We gather in Christ's presence in an atmosphere of trust, equality, and anonymity to share personal feelings and experiences. We unconditionally accept one another and prayerfully support one another. This is the Men's Fellowship mission and vision, and they meet every Wednesday night at 7 at the Catholic Church here in Muleshoe, and it is for all men of all ages, Catholic and non-Catholic both. I hope that you are enjoying seeing the Muleshoe rookie baseball team winning the Cal Ripken tournament held here in Muleshoe last weekend at Roger Miller Baseball Park. The Muleshoe team did a wonderful job, and the video is on our MuleshoeTV.com website front page and also on our Twitter and our Facebook /Gil Lamb. They played 5 games. Friday night, 1 game, and 4 Saturday afternoon and night to win that tournament. And now they're going to go on to the tournament next month in Brownfield. Good luck to them. The Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center members are taking your donations for a drawing on the 4th of July. They will be giving away 4 new Michelin tires. Tickets are $10 each, or 3 tickets for $25, and all donations are tax deductible. You can purchase the tickets now at the office of the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center at Main and Avenue D in downtown Muleshoe, or you can buy them from any of the board members. They will be playing bingo on Thursday afternoon after lunch at 1:30 at the center, and you need to bring a non-perishable food for the food pantry as admission to play bingo. A lot of people celebrating this week their birthdays on June the 23rd. Happy birthday to Terry Young, Mike Richardson, also Rowena Myers, and G.R. Lassiter, the brother of Joan Lewis, now living in Georgetown. And listen to this. 67 years ago, on June the 23rd, Mary and Wilt Seymour were married on the baseball diamond over the Clovis Pioneers in Clovis, New Mexico, as one of their baseball players at that time was Wilt Seymour from Needmore. Howard Watson has a June the 24th birthday. So does B.J. Brown. And congratulations to Mr. and Ms. Thurman Myers on their wedding anniversary. And a big happy birthday also to Patty Kent and R.L. Scott on June the 25th, was born 90 years ago. Congratulations and happy birthday to all of you. On your prayer list, please remember Alberto Mendoza's family and Richard Quiros' family. He was the son of Juanita Quiros of Muleshoe, and Ronnie Locke of Arlington, the brother of Donna Locker of Muleshoe. Of course, he formerly lived here. Diana Harrison, Hannah Simmons is undergoing therapy now and doing much better, we're glad to report. David Gallman is home in Muleshoe. Louis Wayne Schaefer, Francis Miramontes, Delmer Clements, Betty Noble, Misty Shaw of McLean, and of course, she is the former Misty Angeli. Sean Shipman, Dwayne Lloyd, Shug McCamish, and their families all remain on our prayer list. 2-year-old Eliza Dodd of Portales, who is the daughter of the former Jana Foster, who was reared here in Muleshoe, a Muleshoe High School graduate, has been transferred from the hospital in Lubbock to Cook's Children's Hospital in Fort Worth. And she has now been placed in ICU as this little girl is so very, very ill and needs to be monitored all the time. Her parents are Burl and Jana Dodd, and her grandmother is the former Jane Foster, who taught at Mary DeShazo Elementary School for a number of years here in Muleshoe. Please remember Eliza Dodd and all of her family in your prayers. Well, it's just about time for us to go on the Muletrain News, so get up there, Little Red. Come on, Corina. Hiya, Arbutus, Andalay, Monkey Paw, Julia Gray, Isla, and Olay.
Listen for the Muletrain News program rotating here on Reach Broadband Channel 6, and find the last several months' worth of Muletrain News programs available on demand, free of charge. Anytime you want to listen to them, MuleshoeTV.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page. The Muletrain News is brought to you today by the First Bank along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Hideaway, Texas has a fence all the way around it. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sounds of Texas are brought to you here on Reach Broadband Channel 6 by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association with offices in Muleshoe as well as in Morton. They are celebrating over 75 years of rural electrification right here in Muleshoe. And the board of directors, the members, the employees, the CEO manager, David Markle, all hope that you enjoy the Sounds of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Bob Riley and his wife Gail spend a lot of time on the porch of their home in Hideaway.
We do. This is our favorite place in the world. We know people drive long distances to have a chance to sit and look out on a lake and see fish jumping and ducks swimming, but we have it every day in Hideaway.
Hideaway is a dozen miles northwest of Tyler. It is not only a gated community, but a gated city. A fence is around the entire 1,300 acres of Hideaway.
A lot of security, very serious about security, and then just a great place to live.
Hideaway was formed in 1967 as a fishing club and has grown to contain 3 lakes and 3 9-hole golf courses. It has a mayor and city council.
They had a board of directors set up then, and it was operated much like a country club. When we incorporated, we had to have a mayor and city council.
Lots of the residents are retired or soon will be.
Well, there's lots of weekenders, lots of part-timers, and I'd say half of the people here would be full-timers. There's probably 3,000 homes, and I'd say there's probably 1,500 people live here every day the way we do.
It costs $6,000 to be a resident of Hideaway.
And you have to be invited to come in, either a realtor or a friend. You can't just pull up and say, I'd like to look around Hideaway. The security won't let you do that. We found a little house over here and bought it, kept it for 10 years, and decided we were going to retire here, so we sold it. And we moved on the Middle Lake and bought a house that was on the water here and tore it down and then built this house.
Bob's wife, Gail, says there's plenty to do there.
There's all kinds of card games. Mahjong is big out here. Bridge. They've got a swimming pool, so they do water aerobics there. They do line dancing.
One big event is the July 4th parade on the Middle Lake.
All these boats decorate up with whatever the theme is, and you go down and get in a line, and then you just go on the outskirts of the lake. And then there's judges. Then they pick who wins the boat parade, and then later on they do the fireworks on the water. We won it last year, matter of fact. Our youngest granddaughter wanted to be the Statue of Liberty. So she was all dolled up, and she had her torch, and she was at the head of the boat.
Bob and Gail Riley of Hideaway. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.
Time now for the market report, brought to you today by Stephen DeMint, financial advisor with Edward Jones, member SIPCs, located right here in Muleshoe in his office at 104 West 2nd Street. Call 806-272-4102. Speak with Stephen, branch office administrator Dana Rempe, or part-time BOA Kenitha Foster. The market report was recorded this Wednesday, June the 24th, 2015 at 11:45 a.m. U.S. stocks are declining this morning as recent optimism about a bailout deal for Greece faded as Greece's government has rejected the latest terms set by creditors to unlock bailout aid. In domestic news, the economic slowdown earlier this year was less severe than previously estimated, putting the U.S. on a trajectory for stronger growth later in 2015. In corporate news, Monsanto reported fiscal 2015 third quarter earnings well above the consensus estimates and 48% above the prior year period. Treasuries gained this morning as investors continue to weigh the situation in Greece. So far this morning, the S&P 500, the best performing sector is technology. The worst performing sector is basic materials. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 39.11 at 18,104.96. The Standard & Poor's 500 index is down 0.79 to 2,123.41, and the Nasdaq Composite Index is down 3.61 at 5,156.48. This morning, volume on the New York Stock Exchange is moderate, with 167.31 million shares traded. Decliners are outnumbering advancers by roughly 2-to-1 margin. In the commodity markets, the spot price of gold is down $5.33 to $1,173.28. The spot price of silver is up 2 cents to $15.89, and crude oil prices are up 25 cents to $61.26. In the modern markets, the 30-year Treasury yield is currently 3.17%, and the 10-year Treasury yield is 2.40%. Some stocks of area interest. General Motors Company is down 0.89 to 35.41. Corning Incorporated is down 0.15 to 20.82. Bank of America Corporation is down 0.16 to 17.15. Verizon Communications is down 0.19 to 47.58. And Wells Fargo and Company is down 0.10 to 57.79. The market report has been brought to you today by Stephen DeMint, financial advisor with Edward Jones, right here in Muleshoe, 104 West 2nd Street. Call 806-272-4102. For more market information, go onto his website at www.edwardjones.com.